Zelboy Army, here we are, it's your boy Zelonius with my man Ainsley. I've got a great video for you today on player chemistry styles. A lot of people don't even realise how important these are, a lot of people don't realise what they do, the effect they have on players. I'm here to clear it up for you. Even if you do know what they do on players, how important are they? I'll have a discussion about that, how much I think you should put them on, and what type of player should have what types of chemistry styles. Boys, if you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe. If you're into Twitch, check out my Twitch, link in the description. I'm streaming every day, 6+ hours a day. Hope to see you there. Here's your video. Boys, here we are with our chemistry styles. Ainsley, you're a big believer in chemistry, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, boy.
There you go then. Chemistry styles are important. Boys, chemistry styles, I think, are not the end of the world, but if you want to fine-tune your players and make them play exactly how you want to play and really mould them into the player you want, I think they can make quite a difference. I'm going to go through each style, say whether I think they're relevant, worth it, would I use them, and what types of players I would use them on. And a quick rundown of the stat boost. So, basic chemistry style. This gives +5 on acceleration, positioning, finishing, shot power, volleys, powers, blah blah blah. It gives +5 on a lot. It's the one that every player comes with. I would, except for keepers, keepers have their own goalkeeper basic. I would not really ever leave basic on a player, but it's better on a lot of players than a lot of the other ones would be. About the only player I'd ever keep it on arguably would be a very good all-rounded centre mid, or maybe near the end of the season tots players, but we're not looking at them, are we, at the moment? So I would not really ever use basic unless I wanted just a very all-rounded centre mid. Sniper. This one's an interesting one. +10 positioning, finishing, volleys, penalties, agility. +10 positioning, +15 finishing, which is big. +10 volleys, +15 penalties, +5 agility, +10 balance, +5 reactions, +5 ball control, +15 dribbling. That is a very nice one. I would use that on strikers who are target men, who might not quite have the highest finishing, but you might want to boost the dribbling a bit. It can be very nice to be able to boost their dribbling in that way, but one of the problems with it is it gives +15 finishing. A lot of the target men who are good ones are going to have high anyway. So it's not one I'd use a lot of the time. If you've got a player who's in the mid to high 80s and you want to put him right to the top of finishing and boost his dribbling and balance and agility, this one can make a big difference. What I will say is, I don't think these actually do give +15. I think it's probably quite a bit less than that. Otherwise we'd have players like Jermaine Defoe with 99 finishing. I don't think it's quite as much as it says, but I still think they're important. Finisher. The main stats on this: 5 finishing, 15 shot power, long shots, 15 jumping, 10 strength, aggression. This one's absolutely brilliant. This one could be very good on a pacey striker who might lack some of the finishing and strength stats. If you don't need pace at all on a player, because he's already rapid, this one's a very nice stat. Deadeye, +10 positioning, +15 finishing, +10 shot power, +5 long shots, +15 short passing, +10 curve. This one is very good on strikers who you think might lack the passing, or maybe a cam who you want to boost his long shooting, you want to boost his all-round finishing so he starts putting his chances away better and just make his passing that bit more elite. Marksman, I wouldn't really use this one too much. I just think there's others that are better overall, but it's not the worst to have on a target man. It rounds them out more, giving them more physical shooting and dribbling. Whoops. Hawk's one of my favourite. It gives +10 acceleration, +5 sprint speed, +10 positioning, +5 finishing, 10 shot power long shots, 10 jumping, 5 strength, 10 aggression. I pretty much always use Hawk. It's my favourite one to use on strikers. Probably the most popular is Hunter. But the problem with Hunter is it can go for 4 to 5 grand because it gives the max pace boost. I think on strikers you want finishing, pace and strength. So I think Hawk's the best on pretty much most strikers in my opinion. Now onto the midfielder ones. Artist, passing and dribbling, gives 15 vision and dribbling, 10 short passing, 5 balance, curve, agility. It's very nice on those cams you just want to absolutely max out the dribble and passing. I don't use it ever really because I like long shooting on my midfielders. But this year, vision and passing seems to matter more. The passing stat needs to be a bit higher, it feels. So maybe this one will be a better one this year. It's always very cheap. Architect, 15 crossing. I think it's the only one that gives 15 crossing. 15 strength, long passing. This one's very good to put on wingers who already have pace. Boost the strength and crossing a lot. Not many wingers have great crossing. Now crossing's back on this year's FIFA. Could be a really nice one to use. I've noticed crossing does feel a lot better, and the better crossers are making a difference. If you have a target man and you've got a winger who's already got pace but not quite elite at crossing, this one could make a big difference. Powerhouse, plus 10 vision, 15 short passing, 10 marking, 15 stand tackle, plus 10 slide tackles. This one's giving pass and defense. This one can be quite nice on a defensive mid, but unfortunately I think physical stats are always very important in the midfield to win the battle, so I'd never use that. Oh, I need to stop doing that. Maestro, I quite like this on Kamzu, because Cams I don't think quite need to be as elite physically. Shooting, passing and dribbling, gives 10 shot power, 10 dribbling, 10 short passing, 5 finishing, 5 movement. A very nice boost 20 player, I feel. I'd only really ever use this on cams. I think centre mids and defensive mids need to be a little bit better physically. Cams you can get away with it though if they're in the hole floating around. Engine, passing, dribbling and pace. It's not as good as people think, this one I don't think, but if you've got a midfielder who might need that little bit of boost of pace, Engine can be nice. Sentinel, this one's brilliant on a lot of fullbacks who have like 90 plus pace. You don't need to really give them much more pace, but they need a lot more strength and defending. 15 marking, standing and sliding tackle and 15 strength. I've got this on Jordan Lukaku, makes him an absolute boost. Guardian, just don't use it. Dribbling, it puts the dribbling and defence stats up. It doesn't put the defence stats up as good as other ones, I wouldn't ever use that. Gladiator, shooting and defending, wouldn't ever use that. Backbone, I think Backbone's a very nice one to put on defensive mid sometimes. You're not giving them the pace as much, but sometimes if they've only got 60 pace anyway, it might be irrelevant. Gives them defence, physical and passing. Good strength, good defending stats, good short passing. I'm using it on Kevin Strootman and makes him a beast. Anchor, I always use Anchor over Shadow for the most part. It's always a lot cheaper than Shadow. It gives 10 acceleration, 5 sprint speed, 10 heading marking on both on the standing slide tackle, 10 jumping strength and aggression. I think this is the best one for centre backs in the game. I even use it on centre mids or defensive mids sometimes if I want to make them defensive beasts. I think Anchor's the best defensive one. I think it's better than Shadow and it's a lot cheaper. Hunter, lots of pace, lots of shooting, but it's very expensive, 4 to 5 grand. By the way, don't ever spend more than £1,000 on one of these unless it's on a player who you know you're going to keep for a long time. If you've got a 500 coin player, what's the point spending more on the card than on the chemistry stat on the player itself, unless you love the player and you know you're going to keep using him. Sometimes a trick you can do, say you're looking for Luke Shaw and let's say he's 4 grand. If you look for Luke Shaw with Anchor and maybe getting 4.5 grand, saves you spending 1,000 coins on the card. You can save money that way. Catalyst, pace and passing. I won't ever really use this. I like my wingers to have shooting or dribbling. Occasionally this can be very nice on tops cards near the end of the year. You need a bit more pace and passing. Shadow, I just think it's inferior to Anchor, but if you want that bit more pace, it's better. Keeper ones, I don't really think they matter. My favourite would be Glove, but I don't think the keeper ones matter. So boys, there you go. There are your chemistry styles. Quick rundown of them. Goalkeeper, I would generally always go Glove. Fullback, if I've got a really pacey fullback who's got 90 plus pace, they're not going to be that strong normally. I would go Sentinel for the defence and physical. If I've got a fullback with 85 or less pace, I'd go Anchor to boost the pace, strength and defence. Centre backs, always anchor for me. Defensive mids, if they're already really slow and anchor's not going to boost the pace much, I would go backbone to improve their passing, defense and physical. Otherwise I'd probably have anchor. Centre mid, if I want to make them a bit more defensive in my team, I might go anchor. If I want to make them better at passing, a bit more pace dribbling, engine. Engine, anchor would be my two favourite centre mid. Wingers, I would either use Hawk if it's a winger like Perisic who I want to boost his physical, shooting and pace. Engine can be quite nice for the pace, dribble and passing. I've never used Catalyst, I don't think it's that brilliant. Architect, if you've got a pacey winger you just want to give more strength and crossing, can be very nice. Cams, Engine sometimes is nice. Maestro if you want really good shooting. Hawk can be quite nice if you've got a pretty physically good cam. Strikers, Sniper can work sometimes, can be very nice at times. Hawk is my general favourite. I think it's better than Hunter and it's a lot cheaper, so I'd nearly always go Hawk on strikers. Boys, comment if there's anything you disagree on. Give me feedback, let me know what you think. What chemistry styles do you like to use on your players? Hope you've enjoyed this video. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, please. Zelonius out.